Welcome everybody. Welcome to Forward Talk. Today I want to talk to you guys about Karmelo Anthony. Karmelo Anthony, after his sentencing, he took the chain the next day to TDC. It makes me think that they already had this plan. They already had this lined up. And I want to get you guys' opinion. Some of you guys probably don't know how the process for TDC, but I'm gonna give you a little bit of an idea of how long it take and a little bit of the process on catching a chain to TDC. But like I say, they sentenced him. The next day he was on the chain. Normally that process doesn't happen like that. That process normally doesn't happen like that. That happened mighty fast. Here in the state of Texas, it typically takes about 45 days to 3 months after a sentence to catch the chain. It normally takes 45 days to 3 months to catch a chain after 3 months. 45 days to 3 months after sentencing to catch a chain. So what they did with that young man, that was mighty quick. That means they had already had his paperwork processed. Already had him processed through days and days before. Because by law in Texas, TDC is mandated to accept a sentenced inmate within 45 days from the date that the county certifies and submit the official commitment. So once that paperwork is submitted, then they can pick up the inmate. But by law, you got to give them 45 days to do the paperwork. So that's why I say this process happened mighty fast. And sometimes that timeline stretches depending on what the factors are. Sometimes it stretches depending on what the factors are. And the 45 days does not start on the day of the sentencing. It only starts once the county jail completes and certifies the paperwork. Some counties take weeks just to submit the paperwork. Take weeks. Again, that 45-day clock doesn't start until the paperwork has been certified and been completed. It doesn't start right when they sentencing. It doesn't start that soon. So it doesn't start until after the paperwork has been completed. Then here's another thing you got to keep in mind. Is there any bed space? Is there severe overcrowding or is there a lack of bed openings? So if there's no bed space and there's no openings, they're going to delay it. They're going to delay it. So another thing is, I guess some people are going to say, well, he was in a smaller county. So jurisdiction size do play a factor, which larger metropolitan counties like Dallas and Harris County, which Harris County is Houston, their transport buses are frequently, they normally run frequently. But smaller and rural counties, they tend to wait a little longer to accumulate enough inmates for them to come pick them up. And County is a smaller county than Dallas and Houston. So in other words, smaller counties and rural counties, they normally wait longer to and gather enough to send you to TDC. TDC normally ain't coming just for no one inmate to catch the chain. They want you to be collectively so they can fill that bus up. So for them to ship that young man off the next day, man, there's a catch to this. And I want you guys to tell me what y'all think based off of what I'm giving y'all. And what I'm giving you, these are facts. You can look it up. I'm telling you how this process works, how TDC works. And if anybody that's been incarcerated, they could tell you this is how the process works. Again, it has to be 45 days. But for the next day, and he gets shipped off, something wrong with that. I want you guys to tell me what y'all thoughts are. Now that I done gave you how this process works, 45 days in Texas, or 3 months, is when normally a chain, how long it take to catch a chain. You can't pick a kid up, pick a person up until the paperwork has been certified. So you telling me that paperwork was certified within 1 day? You telling me that paperwork was certified within 1 day? Come on now. Come on. So I just enlightened y'all on some things. I want y'all to let me know what y'all thoughts are. Tell me if there's some shaky business going on. Again, 45 days you have to process an inmate, and that's how long it normally takes. 3 to 6 weeks, 3 months. That's how long it normally takes for you to catch the chain and get out of here. Not no next day process, because the paperwork has to be certified. And it normally takes the paperwork longer than a day to get certified. And then keep in mind, I said this, it got to depend on bed space. The unit he going to, do they have enough room for him? If they don't have enough room, that's going to delay it. And again, Collin County is smaller than Dallas County or Houston County, Harris County. So you telling me he the only person that they had to ship off? Tell me what your thoughts are. Thank you for listening. Forward Talk.